Hello! Welcome back to the comment show. Okay, I've returned. James had his week last week. It was a lovely week. It was a fairly good episode. Nick Pigeon will be back next week. We're going to do like a whole bit. But for now, let's go. Abner Ordonez Lollers said 2 months ago on the Transfer Talk, I did not search for this just so I could talk about it, Salah to Real Madrid. Whoa! How much bloody money do you think Real Madrid have? They've been splashing the cash bloody everywhere. Have you never heard of FFP? There's absolutely no way around that at all. If Madrid did get him, that'd work. They currently have Lucas Vazquez and Gareth Bale on the right. He's going to get ahead of them every single time. And providing Jovic hits the ground running this season and Hazard actually has license for the first time in his career to attack, then that'd effectively guarantee Mo Salah a La Liga title against a very poor Barcelona side defending the title next season. But as obvious as a choice that would be, someone else does not think that would be a good idea. Mr. Samuel Eto'o, Barcelona would be a better fit. I know Barcelona's style, and I think it would be better for him. If he has a chance to play in the best league in the world, which is the Spanish one, he has to sign for Barcelona. Egypt. You are very wrong, sir. I think at this current point it would be poor for Mo Salah's career if he were to move to Barcelona. Also, a huge curveball here, Mo Salah has no reason to go anywhere near either team. Eto'o, mate, my good friend, old buddy, old pal. La Liga is not the best league in the world. Did you see the state of it last year? Did you see the state of the Champions League performances from the two top clubs? The draw of both teams before were the fact that they were the two top teams in the world, especially with Real Madrid. You were going to win the Champions League pretty much guaranteed. Mo Salah has just won the Champions League. He's playing the best football he's ever played, and the way the Liverpool team are set up is essentially perfectly geared towards giving Mo Salah the ball. And he was unbelievably close to winning the Premier League, so I feel like he might feel he has unfinished business in England. I don't currently see a reason for him to leave for what is currently a lesser league. And for two arguably lesser teams than Liverpool, 2 Champions League finals in 2 years there, 1 Champions League title, 1 Premier League runners-up medal. Lots can change in a season, so we'll re-evaluate next summer, but logic dictates that Mo Salah should stay put. Seb Tassano said on transfers that will fix your club XI. Do the top 10 best kits for the 1920 season so far? Yes! Seb knows the kind of football fan I am and what kind of human I am. I'm not a words or numbers guy. I like colours and pictures. I like designs. I love football kits. Here's a quick top 5 of my favourite kits for next season so far. I don't have the time to do 10, so I'll pick my favourite 5 from random European leagues in just no particular order. Number 5, Leicester City for the Premier League kit. Love it. The home kit, a subtle checkered pattern. I love a bit of checkered, okay, because it reminds me of the Vans checkered shoe, which I'm very fond of now, and I was very fond of when I was younger. The away kit as well, I just want to mention that. Great. It's just a pink Germany kit, okay? And if you're like, oh, it's actually, you know, why is it 50 quid? How much is the badge? Because the template is there and it's only like £20. How have you never realised this? That is how football kits work. That's just how they work. That's how they've worked forever. You cannot be surprised about that. Number 4, Barcelona. Controversial choice here, okay? It's checkered and people are like, but I would agree, it's not, it's a bit more of a, woo. I've got a thing for barking at the moment. There might be a few barks in this episode. I quite like it. It's just, you know, it looks a bit, I mean, I'm sure Rakitic will bloody love it, okay? It's like he's at home in Croatia, the checkered country. Third, we have the PSG rumoured third kit. Looks a bit like a polo shirt, don't like that. However, it's referencing a kit they had in the 90s, I believe. And the key thing here for me, the Nike tick, it's got the old Nike logo, so it actually says Nike above it. It's not just the tick, okay? I love that. Bit of callback to a retro thing. Oh, yes, please. Number 2, the Juventus goalkeeper kit. It's black and it's white. Can't go wrong with that. It's got a cool pattern on it. Can't go wrong with that. And I know it's a template. You'll be like, oh, do you like the Man United one? No, it's a funny colour, okay? And it's got a horrible badge on it. I don't mind the Juve badge. It's a bit strange, but, you know, I actually think it's better than their old badge. I thought that was even weirder. And finally, the number 1 kit across Europe for this entire season. Don't know why I span around there, but I just did. I'm just in such a bloody great mood. I had some spicy corn about 10 minutes ago, and I am off my nut. It's Schalke's kit. Apparently this might be a training kit, but I'm just gonna go on the basis that it's not. Look at it. It's dark blue. It's got a funny pattern on the sleeves. They're not messing about with a V-neck or nothing. Simple but effective with a little bit of flair on the side. Result, cashback, whammy, good kit. Cool, that was like an impression of Chris on Hot Takes. Just words, syndication, synergy, arbitrary, Leicester. Budgie1321 on Stat Wars. Has Ciaran done his forfeit from being relegated last season yet? I have actually. My forfeit is coming to bloody work every day. I recorded and edited 2 of the last 3 Sunday Vibes. I'm filming Sunday Vibes again this week. No one in our building remembers to charge the batteries. All the microphones are broken. That is my forfeit. You know what? Maybe you should do a forfeit, Budgie man, for trying to bring my forfeit up. I say you have to give away your budgie as a forfeit. That is, unless in fact you are a budgie, and then in that case, then time is your forfeit. 5 to 10 years. I'll just wait you out. Michael Ferguson said, "Oh look, another video about Man United." I'm sorry, Michael. You don't know how much it pains me to talk about that rubbish club, but the overlords who control the content, which is technically you lot, you all click on the United videos. So, you know, supply and demand, isn't it? If I had my way, I would talk about very rogue things. For example, Sean Gota. Your display pick is Sean Gota. You would love that. I would love that. James would love that. Sean Gota would love that. But most people wouldn't love that. Most people are wrong. Feed the goat. Arnold L. Stephenson, or Stefanson, I don't care. Is it possible to get someone who talks football? No, this isn't Sunday Vibes. I like to have a life. I'm going to blow your mind right now, but no one knows anything about football, no one. Not even footballers. We all think they're talking absolute rubbish all the time. You just need the conviction and the articulation to be able to give off the image of knowing about football. Look, I'll give it a go now. I think Daniel James will be a shrewd signing for Manchester United. He's very young, but his numbers are incredible at his age. StatsBomb had this article up the other day, and his expected assists and key pass numbers are unbelievable. And that's even taking into consideration the fact he's only played in the 2nd tier. He's a very direct player, and he likes to try and beat his man, and more often than not, he does. Just look at the cup game against Manchester City. For 15 million, he could be a bargain, and it's a refreshing transfer from Manchester United, whose transfer policy until now hasn't worked and has been wildly unsustainable. See, I did not say a single bloody thing then, but it sounded the part. I wrote that in 2 minutes, however, I offered you absolutely nothing. Whereas if I do a funny dance and shout yeet every so often, you might crack a smile. And for me, that's where the value of being a moron lies. Yeet! Historical transfers. We turn back time all the way to June 2004 this week, the same year Lance Armstrong won his 6th consecutive Tour de France, and also the year Shrek 2 came out. Libyan leader Colonel Gaddafi is bidding to buy into a Premiership club. The clubs he is interested in are Leeds, Aston Villa, Manchester City, Everton and Bolton. Everton's Wayne Rooney is set to sign a new deal, but the Toffees want to install a 30 million get-out clause in his contract. Manchester City's Joey Barton could be on his way to Anfield as a replacement for Danny Murphy. London's proposed Olympic Stadium will be downsized to become a world-class athletics facility rather than being passed to a football club after the 2012 Games. And lastly, we have an incredible prediction from the Sunday Mirror 15 years ago. George Weah, the 1995 World Footballer of the Year, has been lined up to become the next president of Liberia. That was really good, that. Like, oh my word. Notizie Atalanta! Welcome back to Notizie Atalanta. I have some wonderful news this week. We have made a wonderful, beautiful new major signing. Luis Muriel has signed from Sevilla after he spent half of last season on loan at Fiorentina and was involved in 27% of the club's goals in Serie A, scoring 6 goals in the second half of the season. However, there is a catch. He is injured. He is scheduled to return from the injury 6 days before the beginning of the season, which means he will have no pre-season friendlies to get back to match fitness. 50 million euros could be a big gamble here. Muriel has injured his collateral knee ligament. That's the inside part of your knee. That's a bad place to injure. There. Just a bit that, keeps your bones near each other. Players have been out for a very long time with this type of injury, commonly over 120 days, according to the random players I picked on Transfermarkt. Take Thiago, for example. He has spent 333 games out in his career with that exact same injury. He's fine now, but Atalanta don't have the squad depth to be able to rely on. Only time will tell, but it is a potentially expensive risk. However, risks are risks, and risks are fun. Just like the game Risk. Let's take more risks. I'm off to jump headfirst out of a window, and let's see if all the parkour I learnt when I was 13 is still hiding somewhere in my noggin. Tuck and roll, boys. You can jump from any height, just tuck and roll. When's your meme review? The first meme comes from Gary the Gorilla. James, the memes on the FD Reddit are weak. FD Reddit meme makers. It's just Dwight from The Office. This is literally the perfect example of a dead meme. Look, I'm even talking at a relatively quiet fashion. I'm almost mumbling, because that's how dead this meme is. This is outrageous, mate. You've really disappointed me, Gary the Gorilla. The second meme is a beautiful meme. I'm just gonna let it play out. It is a flex tape based football daily meme. Here we go. Wonderful, beautiful, probably actually the best meme I've actually ever seen on our subreddit, mainly because it's a video. No one does videos, everyone does pictures, and I'm not gonna lie, boys, but you're all shocking. One of you, at least one of you, needs to buy Photoshop. One of you. It's a subscription-based service now, but it's bloody good. Last meme by JME Reed. He protects, he makes snack, but most importantly, he knows all the XG of a mid-table second division Japanese team's attack. Incredible. I like the rhyming. I know that's the meme, but it's still just as impressive. I like the word Japanese. Don't know why. It's just a cool looking word in it. It's cool to say. It's fun to say. And Pato is in what looks like a hot tub on, to be honest, an overcast day. A strange decision, but a good decision nonetheless. Well done to the creator of the meme, and well done for Pato for just being, just look how much fun he's having in all those photos. Interestingly, all not at work, so, Comment of the week, NR99 on transfers that will fix your club. If you can't tell, I didn't search very far and wide for comments this week. I am 100% confident that none of these will happen. You are probably not wrong, Mr. NR99, but if you are so confident, why don't you bring some positivity to the discussion? We're all positive boys in here now. Me and Sam Obaseki, we're just like, whoa, what are you doing today? Dunno, but I'm gonna be bloody positive about it. And then we high five. Then he tries to kiss me. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the subscribe button and then just refresh the page at least 3 times so we can get triple the amount of views. That would be nearly 100K on a comment show. That'd be good, wouldn't it? So just keep refreshing, maybe 5 times. Myself and Nick Pigeon has been filming today. We'll see you the same time next week. Stay safe, don't get into trouble. Follow me on Twitter and, why are you trying to learn parkour? Tuck and roll. Remember, tuck and roll. If you don't tuck and roll, you may die.